Okaeri nasai minasan. Today we're gonna talk about Ohsama Sentai King-Ohger episode 3. Very interesting episode this is. I am really excited because every single week right now we are actually gonna visit a different country, and today we are visiting Ishabana. It looks really beautiful. Looks like kind of like a tropical country. There's a lot of islands surrounding different smaller islands, something like that. And the funny thing is like Ishabana capital is actually on a giant flower, something like that. It's kind of like on a giant beanstalk on top of a flower. It is so crazy, the design, but it is also really beautiful, and that actually really links to the idea of the Yellow Ranger, which is Himeno Run, our selfish queen, selfish king, whatever you want to call her. Very interesting stuff. But one thing that I really love that we actually get to see here is how she is able to, like, her way of leadership is like allowing people, like she's making a lot of change on the different country, like in the layout, in the landscape of the country itself. Like she is selfish in a sense, like she wants this to be changed, she wants that to be changed, but at the end of the day she is like really wanting the best for the people because she loves everything that is in the country itself. Everything in the country is beautiful and she loves all of it, including the citizen as well. So that is something that I really love about her. Like she appears to be kind of like very selfish, but in her selfishness she's able to save some people as well. Like how she is selfish in destroying the home of that, like that broken down home, something like that, to make it beautiful, make the landscape more beautiful, something like that. She did it for a purpose. Like she did it, yes, she wants it to be beautiful, but she also wants the people living in that house to move on to a better house or better home, something like that. So it is not really like a surprise for us to actually find out the girl that's on the wheelchair turns out that she is actually fixed. Like she's able to walk, she's able to walk properly right now after the surgery. But the reason why the girl still stays on the wheelchair is because she want to get pampered by the father, because when she is on the wheelchair, the father's attention on her is 100%. Like it's like, oh, I'm gonna do everything for you, and she is worried once she actually is able to start walking already, the father's attention and the father's pamperness towards her is gonna go missing. And that is why she pretended not to be able to walk, and she pretended for the surgery to fail on her. So that is something really amazing, really good story writing that we actually get to see here. But with that being said, let us talk about the opening song. I love it. The opening song, the way it is being choreographed and put together is amazing. Oh my god, I think this is the first time we actually get to see the opening song of Ohsama Sentai, but it is really amazing. Honestly speaking, I wish this episode actually, like I said, I still, maybe I'm just a person that really loves slow burn. I really love stories that really take their time to expand on different plot, different character, really slow things down a little bit to let us be immersed on the environment that we are actually in. So in this episode, I still felt like the plot is a little bit fast for my liking, but I understand that for some people this is the correct pacing and all those stuff, but for me it is still a little bit too fast. Okay, but other than learning about Ishabana and about the Yellow Ranger in this episode, we also learn something regarding the Bugnarak Empire. So the first thing that we learn about the Bugnarak Empire is how crazy they are. They don't care how many people they're gonna sacrifice, as long as at the end of the day they manage to win the war. They are happy. Okay, if it gonna take 101 soul to win the war, they are willing to sacrifice the 100 soul before the one actually managed to win the war for them. So that is really crazy. But other than that, we also get a really interesting tablet, a really old looking drawing on from the empire, the empire of Bugnarak itself. So we learn that there is a counterpart to King-Ohger. So King-Ohger exists of the Kuwagata god, the Kamakiri god, the Hachi god, the Tombo god, and the Papillon god, and that is the 5 primary god that we actually have. But there is also another counterpart for King-Ohger, and that is the Kabuto god, the spider god, the scorpion god, the grasshopper god, and lastly there's one god that I'm not sure what it actually is, but maybe if you know, let me know in the comment section below. There is like the photo here. I'm gonna pause it up and maybe you guys can let me know what is it actually about. So all of these are the counterpart for King-Ohger, and by the end of episode 3 we actually get to meet the Kabuto god itself, and Yanma actually says that is the Kabuto god, so they actually know the existence of the other god itself. But for some weird reason, this other counterpart of King-Ohger is not considered kind of like part of the King-Ohger family, something like that. So I'm not sure whether or not we are actually gonna see a Kabuto Ranger and a Spider Ranger, a Scorpion Ranger, and Grasshopper Ranger or not, because all these other counterpart for King-Ohger sounds very similar to Kamen Rider itself. Okay, like they are literally the motif of Kamen Rider. But then again, when you go into insect form, insect motif, you cannot run away from Kamen Rider, because Kamen Rider is the first one that uses insect as their motif in their design, something like that. So they cannot run away from the idea that it might actually clash with Kamen Rider, something like that. But with that being said, lastly, I just want to add in one single detail that I am really shocked to see in this episode, and I actually missed this detail in the episode 3 preview video, and that is the fact right now in the throne room of Hercules of the Red King, he actually have a golden sword itself, the golden Ohsama sword. He actually have one sitting in front of him. I'm not sure what is that sword about, like why is it a gold color sword? Can he use that to henshin? We are not sure, but I have a feeling that could actually be kind of like a fake sword, because his sword was being stolen by Gira, something like that, and without the sword you cannot call yourself a king, and that might actually kind of like create some sort of kind of like rebellious people in the country that want to take over the country, something like that. I'm not sure what is happening here, but the sword is actually really amazing, a gold color sword, so maybe it is kind of also hinting at us that we are actually gonna see the Red King henshin into a ranger itself also. Maybe that is the case, we are not sure, but really amazing stuff here. But another thing I really want to mention before I forget is how Gira is able to act like he knows how to act like a royalty, he eats like a royalty, he carry himself like a royalty in a sense. But this is really interesting, because there is a lot of people actually says that Gira and Hercules actually share the similar family name, something like that. So maybe there is a relationship between Gira and also Hercules, something like that. Maybe Hercules doesn't actually know the existence of Gira or something like that. But then again, it's like Gira knows that he is royalty. Maybe I felt like I have a feeling Gira knows that he is royalty, but he chooses to trust the king. You know, he enjoyed the life as an orphan. So it's like, I don't care, you become king. I don't want to become king because I trust that you know what a real king should be like, something like that. So that is why he never actually dares to, or he doesn't even dare to take back the throne from Hercules, something like that. So it also explains how in episode 1 he is able to navigate so easily into the throne room. Maybe he already knows the layout of the entire throne room, of the entire castle, so that is why he's able to slip past the guard so easily, something like that. So that is just a theory that I have, but if you have any theory, let me know in the comment section below. Really interesting stuff that we actually get to see here is that Hercules and Hachi-Ohger, I forgot what is his name, Debowski, actually works together. Like I'm not sure what Hercules actually gave Debowski at the end of the episode, like they got the purple gem, something like that. So So maybe it has something to do with the popular ranger, or maybe it has to do with some other thing as well. So we actually get to see the popular ranger in this episode as well, like a single frame, something like that. She's like standing in the background, like trying to spy on Gira, something like that. So I believe like it's like she is actually starting to spy on Gira to figure out like whether or not am I gonna work together with you, or I'm gonna betray, I'm gonna work together with Rakles, something like that. So that is all from me. Hope you enjoy Ohsama Sentai episode 3 review. If you like what you see, you know what to do. Click that subscribe button and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.